Okay, we're up and live and kicking.
Okay.
All right, wait. Who starts? Oh, I start. Okay. Dude, I went to Disneyland for the first time in like 20 years last week.
Yeah. Was it magical?
Bro, I'm not 8. It was an amusement park.
But it's Disneyland. It's supposed to be magical.
Grow up, bro. We did have a pretty fun time though. Like Lily and I went on all the rides, giggled like children. We ate so much junk and just had a great time. I haven't been that like wide-eyed, just like silly happy in a long time. I didn't feel like myself. It was like someone cast a spell on me.
Oh, so like magic?
No, it's just dang. I guess it was magical.
You've just logged into the 3-Bit Magic Show. Welcome to the 3-Bit Gamer Show. I'm JD.
And this is Peterson.
And it's gonna be very Disney this week.
Disney.
We're not gonna swear at all. There's gonna be no
Oh
sex.
boy.
It's gonna be really fun.
I'm just gonna do Mickey Mouse oh boys every now and then.
Yeah, we're gonna do some Mickey Mouses.
Why not? Just like sometimes, not the whole time. It's not like the Rick and Morty episode where we're just gonna talk like Rick and Morty the whole time.
Yeah.
JD's favorite one.
Hate that episode. Hate it. I'm sad it exists. We gotta go back and listen to it. Dude, our early stuff is so rough. It's so rough.
Do you want me to delete it? Because I won't. I'm gonna repost
the secret
it,
episode. Yeah, dude, everyone's gonna think that we deleted it because it had blackface in it. Nope. It's not the only reason shows get removed from streaming services because they have some random blackface.
I can't do it. Like they didn't have video. Like it was, trust me, Spencer was there.
The Rick and Morty episode was horrific. Fucking minstrel show. Live from the 3-Bit Gamer Show. The news. Our news is brought to us by Crave. Crave.
Crave so many Craves.
There are that many. That's how many Crave cookies there are.
You were going to say Crave for every single one shop that exists.
It's like a 21 gun salute. A 55 Crave salute. Actually, I think it's 57 now after this weekend. I opened one. Chicago opened another one.
Oh, man.
It's crazy. Anyway, guys, you can get Crave just about a lot of places. We're getting to the point where it's like going to be within like 100 square miles of everyone in the U.S. and then it's going to be 50, and then it's just going to be you just walk outside your front door and chuck a rock as hard as you can, and you'll probably hit a Crave.
That's the goal.
We're coming to you. We're going to eliminate the need for DoorDash. We're going to be that close.
3-Bit Gamer Show.
Yep.
Like, we've been doing all the work.
This is why they sponsor us, because it's very symbiotic. Crave Cookies has a new menu at launches every Friday, and we come out with this episode on Tuesday and tell you what it is. We spoil it for you. So if you don't want to hear it, if you enjoy walking into a Crave store, for example, say Draper, and walking up to the person working at the register and saying, "What cookies do you have this week?" without looking at the menu or the display of cookies or, I don't know, the internet, you like to get your information from a human being.
Yeah.
Well, then this is where you need to stop. We'll just tell you.
AI produced podcast.
What's coming up next week? Guys, we have a new monthly. So the lava is done, which is good because, man, that ganache was getting hard to find.
Yeah.
We're running out of it. So we're replacing that now with the peanut butter cup. This one is it's like a peanut butter dough, and it's got a Reese's peanut butter cup just squished in the middle of it. Oh, and it's got crushed Butterfinger candy in the dough. It's so good. It's solid.
That does sound good.
Yeah, so we'll have that all month. We also have the chocolate pistaffi, which is basically a pistachio semi-sweet chocolate cookie, a little bit of sea salt on top of it, a little
Yeah,
salty
because
sweet.
salty and pissed off.
The Bisque Oreo, which is the Biscoff Oreo cookie, has a Oreo and a nugget of Biscoff cream cookie butter inside. The caramel churro, this one's kind of new. I don't think that's been on I think it's been on the episode, on the menu once or twice maybe. Caramel churro is it's like a cinnamon sugar dough, and then it has a big nugget of caramel inside of it, and then we cover the whole thing with, not the whole thing, we drizzle milk chocolate on top of it. I don't know.
Is
Solid.
dunked in chocolate goo.
Yeah, if you guys have ever had a churro, everyone's had a churro and they're great. I like dunking my churros in caramel because sometimes they have like a caramel sauce with them. But I mean, do that with chocolate too. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm here for it. The last one is a new one. I think this is the first time we've had it. The Hostess Cupcake.
Oh.
It's like a chocolate dough and then a big old slop of marshmallow cream on top of it. And then we cover that all with a shell of milk chocolate and then do the little swirly dirly do. Maybe wait to get that one later in the week after we've mastered the little swirly dirly do, because
I don't care how it looks. I do want to eat it though.
It is a
I
challenge.
do like those cupcakes.
That actually is the cold cookie. We were gonna do it warm because warm cookies just sell better, but that thing just, when it gets warm with all the marshmallow and chocolate, it just turns into a pile. So
it's a mess.
Get this thing cold, put it in your microwave and then just pour the whole thing over ice cream. You'll be.
I was gonna say, just plop ice cream on top of it after it's like all molten marshmallow and milk chocolate. Just like plop it on there and let it just
it's good for you.
Yeah.
So get on down to Crave Cookies. Get your cookie on. Sony's mismanagement foibles continue as they shut down one of their subsidiaries.
Yeah.
Foibles on foibles on foibles.
Foibles on foibles on foibles. I will name the episode that if we don't get anything better. So
how could we? So Sony is
I can't even type it.
is closing Blue Point Games, which is a studio based out of Austin. They were founded in 2006, so they're about 20 years old. And they've been specializing in remasters and remakes for the last 20 years. And the last thing they worked on was they were co-developing God of War Ragnarok. And so they do really good work.
Yeah, they worked on Uncharted and Shadow of the Colossus, it says.
Yeah, the remakes.
Yeah,
it's a 70-person studio, and Sony is shutting it down, which is kind of strange to me because didn't Sony just announce 3 God of War remakes?
Yeah, I was like, hand them over to these guys. Like, that's what they do.
Makes remakes and just worked on the latest God of War game. Make it make sense. What? The decision was made after a quote recent business review, which tells me that CFO came in and just looked at these guys on a byline and we're like, oh, just get rid of them.
Yeah, we cut that. Oh, that'll help the.
And then they released this statement that's so crazy. It says, Blue Point Games is an incredibly talented team, and their technical expertise has developed exceptional experiences for the PlayStation community. We thank them for their passion, creativity, and craftsmanship. What? Sony's profits are up like 19% last year, and they're cutting 70 people whose efforts could absolutely help them make the upcoming game, or at the very minimum, they're making 3 of these God of War games. I don't think they're going to release them all at once. The way they announced it was like, yeah, we're going to be working on these for years, and you'll just be like getting them drip fed to you. Imagine having those 70 people being able to get those games out faster or higher quality.
Crazy.
And you're like, and they're like, good. Like that's the thing, is like the institutional knowledge of a 20-year game studio is not something you can like spin up later if you want to make the God of War games faster. So what's also funny is these guys were working on something else God of War related at the behest of Sony. So they spend 20 years making remakes and remasters of single player story driven titles. The last thing they were working on before this their studio was shuttered? Can you guess? It was a live action God of War game.
Probably put them on a live service.
They got Suicide Squatted.
Yeah.
That's what Sony's been doing. They've been Suicide Squatting their studios, and that's what these guys so it gets canceled. The live action God of War game was canceled last year, and then
honestly,
Sony's
great.
Like,
that's great, but
right. But Sony then turns to Blue Point, and they're like, "What have you done for us lately? What are you going to do for us?" Oh, and I forgot to mention this. I feel so bad. Sony acquired these guys in 2021. So they were independent for 15 years. Sony comes along and in 5 years ruins the studio and just has them working for a good chunk of that 5 years that Sony owned them. They were working on a game that was eventually canceled by Sony, and then they were closed a year later.
Dude,
how do you classify that as anything beyond mismanagement? It is dyed in the wool mismanagement. Everyone,
absolutely,
from start to finish over the last 5 years of that process should be shit canned before any of these 70 people lose their jobs. It is unbelievable to me the amount of studios, gaming studios, in the last 5 years who have been purchased and shuttered later.
Is crazy. It's legit crazy. There's a comment on the Twitter post from what's his face, Schreier, that made me laugh. It said, "The new console wars are strange. These companies seem to be at war with themselves instead of the competition."
That's what I said the other week.
Who can die first?
This is exactly what I said the other week, is that it seems like every one of these executives, both in like the console space and the software and gaming side, in the larger companies, seem like they are secret agents, Manchurian candidates sent to destroy the studios themselves, sent to destroy.
They all sent guys to each other.
Yeah, of like AAA gaming in general is just going to go the way of the dinosaurs, because these guys are like, it's not a coordinated effort. It is a coordinated culture of just mediocrity. Of just idiot,
like
nothing, dumb fucks that just can't run a company, let alone like a very complex company like a video game company, and they're just dragging the entire industry down with their own incompetence.
It's crazy. Like that sounds pessimistic, right? That sounds pessimistic, but I don't think it is. I think that's reality. I think these guys have absolutely just like, they take shots and the only place they aim is their own feet. Like
they've been so bad, they've like revitalized unions for an entire segment of the economy.
That like this industry has existed for so long,
no
union free, and now it's like we can't.
And these guys have done it. Maybe 100 guys. If you made an Epstein style list of all the incompetent gaming executives that have led us here,
honestly, the lists are probably the same.
Right. Yeah, there's probably a lot of overlap. Embracer, Ubisoft, Microsoft. There's a Blizzard. There's a handful of studios. You just like scoop up all like the top level executives. You could point to exactly what led us to this point here today. And it's just the decisions of like a couple dozen guys. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Phil Spencer fired, Sarah Bond fired, Matt Booty promoted, and now some ladder climber is going to be running Microsoft Game Studios. Guys, there's been a bit of a shakeup at the old Microsoft. You may have heard about it. Phil Spencer, who's been there 33 years since the year I was born,
1988.
That's how long he's been there, which is just crazy to me.
Yeah.
He has been ousted. He's supposedly retired, and Sarah Bond also retired. That's what they are saying or claiming.
I have also retired a few executives against.
Yeah, I bet. So they've been replaced with Matt Booty, who's been moved up to the chief content officer of Xbox, which is funny because he's replacing the president of Xbox. So like the titles are just like random.
You just do whatever
you want to see, or you want like I don't know what
chief content officer. That sounds like what some dumb YouTuber would name himself. like who has like 50 followers. Dude, that's what look, I'm gonna be the chief content follower. Hold on.
I'm the chief content officer of the 3-Bit Gamer Show. Dibs.
Chief content,
which is higher than the president.
There, that's me. I already am. You're clicking cookies. I'm the chief content officer.
Damn it!
I changed it.
Damn it! Well, I'm the president now.
What we've heard about Matt Booty. He's been around for a little while, and I only remember because his last name is Booty.
Yeah, and we're like, whatever. He's some shithead. But the new president of Microsoft, the new CEO, I'm sorry, of Microsoft Gaming Studios is a woman named Asha Sharma, who was the current president of, she is the current president of Microsoft Core AI. Oh. But don't think like, oh, this is like an AI person that's coming in. No, this person is like I said in the headline, a ladder climber. This is a person who, if you look at her like resume, she worked in marketing at Microsoft for 2 years, which means nothing. She could have worked at a Windows Phone store retailer. Yeah. And then she was the COO of Porch Group. So she founds, which I assume got bought out. And so she was a founder of a company. And then she moved. Her next job is VP product and engineering at Facebook, where she's for 4 years. And then the COO of Instacart. She's younger than me. Yeah. And I feel like there's a layer to this of like, this is not someone that's like particularly good at anything other than getting a better job. She's a board member at the Home Depot. I'm sorry, what about working at Instacart or Facebook or Microsoft qualifies you for that? Oh. This is, again, her resume is just so, it doesn't instill confidence that she knows what she's doing. And being the CEO of Xbox now is out of nowhere. Like the president, I just don't think that this is, I don't know. I feel like we're going from a place where we don't have functional experts running the thing that there's experts of. We just have like experts at applying, well, I guess not even applying, being recruited and headhunted for C-suite jobs that don't know a thing. Like, I don't know that she knows how to do anything. And now she's in charge of Xbox.
Well, and she hasn't, I think what's interesting is that she has not, what she doesn't have on her resume is gaming, video games.
She barely has technology. She worked at fucking Instacart for 3 years and Facebook for 4 years.
Yeah.
What is any of that like?
I think what this indicates though is like that these studio executives they don't care if you know video games, and so this is how we've gotten ourselves into this situation.
Well, and Phil Spencer, for all his problems, did play games. He was a huge gamer,
right? But he got too sucked into the business side of things. He was a business leader. He's a business leader for too long and wasn't. I think these guys who like the Ubisoft guys, right? They came up and started making these like games. Like they made this studio, made it huge by making good video games. And we've seen that a bunch of times. And then they just have this fall from grace because they get so obsessed with constant growth and trying to be on the business side of it instead of doing what made them successful in the first place. And so Microsoft hiring this lady who doesn't have gaming in her background at all to be the head of Xbox seems like a misstep that we're going to feel for a long time. Who knows? Maybe she'll come in and be like, I need to understand video games and like try to, but like, I don't think so. That's not what I think. You never know, but that's not the sense I get just from like looking at her on paper.
Yeah, Instacart and Home Depot don't instill confidence in you that she knows her stuff about gaming. Yeah. And then just like a nice layer of Facebook underneath all of it.
Yeah.
Rough. So yes, Phil Spencer, who I mentioned, was kind of a big gamer. He's been with Microsoft since he was an intern in '88. And he has been with Xbox since 2001 when they initially launched the first product. But his biggest impact at the company was probably what we talked about on this podcast for years, the Activision acquisition. And that was something he pushed. That was his like signature thing. And after that, keep in mind that Phil Spencer's Xbox, after that acquisition, which we said was stupid for the longest time and that it would hurt the gaming industry, and it was so important for him to do that when he started it, to push Game Pass and to own more exclusives. But by the time the deal was finalized, by the time they had all that, they had conceded so much territory on a lot of the games that were intended to be exclusives, and B, the concept of exclusivity itself had changed so dramatically in just those 2 years, because it happened to be the hot Fortnite years where crossplay and cross compatibility became just kind of a given, and game makers and publishers started to wonder why we would do exclusives. And he is still during all of this fighting tooth and nail, sinking millions, if not billions, into legal fees just to push this through in every country in the world. And then he gets it through, and instead of it being like a boon, it is an anchor.
It has
around
been a huge
Xbox's
anchor.
neck. And he concedes all exclusives within the time period after the Activision thing.
Yeah, because he's got to sell everything they make for as much as he can.
He
to
loses
whoever is
everything
buying.
he's selling grandma's silver, dude. He loses the console war handily. Like,
yeah, like no question.
It was a weird war that got off to a weird start because it started during the pandemic and there were all sorts of shortages and stuff. But there were, it was neck and neck for a while. And Microsoft, had they had anything to move the product, the Xbox Series product, then they probably would have done okay. But he had already, you spend $69 billion forcing through a merger. Think if you'd spent even $1 billion just on your own in-house studios, you're like, let's make a good Halo game. Let's make a good Gears of War game. The things we already have in hand, instead of chasing Call of Duty like some panacea that's going to fix everything that's wrong. So, and then the last thing, this is my favorite, the cherry on top for Phil Spencer's legacy is going to be 2 price hikes on a 6-7 year old console in a year.
In 1 year. Yeah, I was going to say. And it was in a few months. Like, it wasn't even in
for Game Pass. So, like, that's on the way out the door. He's just jacked up the prices to the point that it's impacting sales significantly. And now, to right the ship, we have a little baby ladder climber in Asha Sharma.
Maybe Asha is getting screwed in all this. Like, they've put her in an impossible,
this is the thing that happens to female executives all the fucking time. Is they go in there like a sacrificial lamb, so you can blame it on them and be like, "Oh, look, she couldn't fix everything." Well, this is why we don't hire women. Look, we tried.
You know who we can get? Then they're gonna hire some douchey gamer that it's gonna hire. No, they're gonna hire one of the Ubisoft, the Guillermo brothers.
Oh, there you go.
They will no longer be at Ubisoft anymore because they will be defunct.
My favorite last thing out of this was Matt Booty coming out and saying that there won't be layoffs. In an internal communication, he says, "My focus is on supporting the teams and leaders we have in place and creating the conditions for them to do their best work. There are no organizational changes underway for our studios." So he says, even though your boss and your boss's boss just got shit canned, you guys are good. You guys are safe. Don't sweat it.
How do you feel about that? Do you feel?
I feel like he's talking out of his booty.
Out of his booty. Nice. And I feel like this is one of those situations where he's saying a thing that is true. They probably don't have any restructures
but then they will
right now. Yeah. But in 6 months, they absolutely will. And they're going to be looking at it because Asha's going to be sitting here going like, how much money are we losing constantly? Like, how much are we in the hole? Okay, how do we dig out of this? And she's just going to start sharpening that axe and being like, who can we get rid of? These guys haven't made us money in 4 years because she doesn't understand how game studios work.
Mm-hmm.
And
she'll do that for about 6 months, and then she's going to hit LinkedIn and just start browsing new jobs, because that's what she does. She's just out there collecting jobs like Pokemon. You don't need to be good at them. You don't need to train them up, really. You just keep throwing Pokeballs and getting new jobs. Dude, jump ship every 2-3 years, and as an executive, that's the way to do it. This idiot, Phil Spencer, spends 33 years, really plugs his whole life away at this place, and they're just like, kick him to the curb.
And everyone hates him now.
Eat shit. We're going to hire this like young chick from, I don't know, Instacart. We got Instacart here and Facebook running Xbox. Dude, it's cooked. Just call it. It's dead.
I don't have a clip. You put this on there as like a sting.
Just play a news clip.
Okay.
Time to download Skype again, because Discord gate is going down.
No.
You got to get Skype. Why did you ever undownload it? It's only 118 gigs.
I specifically requested, when I had this new rig made, when they shipped it to me, I said, please make sure Skype is downloaded on the OS, and they didn't.
Yeah.
So
I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess we're gonna have to find a new one. But Discord,
well done, Patrick
Discord's struggling a bit ever since they announced that you're gonna need to upload a dick pic for them to age verify your account.
Too late. I already have. So
so Discord is going into damage control, and they're trying to clarify what people are worried about. Because if you guys may remember, Discord had a huge data breach last year, and they leaked 70,000 government IDs. This is why you should be very cautious about where you upload. So I just skipped the line because I use rental cars a fair amount. And if you have the Hertz app and a Hertz account, you can just like reserve the car and just walk into the garage straight from your flight and get in a car and drive away.
There's like a board that says like your name and what parking spot it's in, and
anybody.
The keys are on the seat.
But in order to do this, you have to upload a picture of your driver's license. So I did that, and then instantly went through their terms and conditions, and then figured out how to lodge a petition to have them remove my data.
Wow.
And then I had to follow up twice because they emailed me. It took them 4 months to do it. I started this process in November, and they finally emailed me back, and they're like, hey, we deleted your driver's license. So do you trust people that are that incompetent that it takes them 4 months and 3 emails to just press delete, to search a file and press delete on it? You trust them taking care of your data? And when you're like, oh, who cares? What does it matter if my driver's license is out on the internet? It matters, because as Dwight Schrute says in The Office, identity theft is no joke, Jim. Thousands of people are affected every year. These people get your driver's license. They can sign up for fake credit cards in your name, spend them, rack up all sorts of debt that just ends up showing up in a letter in your mailbox. This is like a real thing. I know I sound very Dwight Schrute right now.
Yeah, a little bit.
But to trust these companies, which, maybe they'll be okay. You can just guess. And maybe Discord will be fine. Maybe they've learned their lesson last year after they leaked 70,000 people's government IDs. So they're rolling this plan out anyway. Next month, they're going to chug ahead with it. But in an updated press release, Discord added clarification on its approach to this age verification. They say that the vast majority of users will be able to continue to use the app as normal without ever being asked to confirm their age. They're basically just saying, hey, we're going to data mine your account and just guesstimate your age. That's like literally what they came out and said. They're like, we can just tell from certain parts of your account. I'm like, oh, so they're going to see all the dick pics I send you each morning.
Yeah.
And I'm asking you how you think
and
it
they're
looks.
Going to be like, he's definitely underage.
He's got to be 18.
Nope, he's 12 or 13 max. Actually, we got to report this.
It's not that small, okay? That's why I check every morning.
It's just the one pubie that you don't shave that just kind of hangs there. That's why.
It's my Jedi braid. So As-
Just hanging off the side of your sack.
I'm just a Padawan. Just a Padawang, dude.
I can't.
So, as if to prove my point, hackers have exposed. I knew that was going to get you. Hackers have exposed Discord's age verification system because apparently they revealed that parts of Discord's age verification system were open to the public because the front end code for the third-party vendor Persona was accessible on the open internet, which means just I assume there's just like a little logon code if you know where to click, and you can just log into the front end of it. Are you still laughing at the Jedi brain? You're like really struggling to keep it together.
I've got this. I'm fine. I will be able to contribute at some point to this podcast.
I'll try not to make any more jokes. So yeah, so I mean, there's already being hacked. They're already exposing security flaws in Discord, and it hasn't even gone live yet. So the last little bit on this is
this
that
one kills me.
What?
The TeamSpeak one.
Oh yeah, so TeamSpeak, which is, I mean, you remember this before we found Discord, we were looking at getting a TeamSpeak server.
Yeah.
This is a much simpler, more cut down gaming chat platform than Discord is, but at the same time, it's this you have to pay for this, right? This one's like a paid service, which is what makes sense, which is why it's not going to be it's not like Discord's, policy or their whole pitch was like it's free, which is, dude, the fact that their only way to make money ever was Nitro is I always think about Ryan Howard in The Office when he's talking about Woof and he's explaining to Michael that they in Silicon Valley they teach you you never think about money. It's all just about the user. And Discord at no point in the last 10 years was like, how are we going to make money with this model? They're just give it to everyone for free. Yeah, we'll figure out how to make money later. TeamSpeak figured out how to make money 15, 20 years ago. They just charge you money for their service. It's crazy. And so TeamSpeak came out on Twitter and said that they have reached their current hosting capacity for the US. So many people were trying to sign up for TeamSpeak, assuming because they had canceled their Discord accounts or closed their Discord accounts, that they couldn't accept any more people.
They're like, we need a break. There's too many.
That's crazy. So they're rapidly expanding their server capacity and actively trolling Discord on Twitter. I don't know if you saw those tweets.
I did.
Hilarious.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So TeamSpeak is kind of neat. That's coming back again. I mean, I pay I pay for Discord because I pay for Nitro for our podcast server. Like, if I'm going to be paying for something, I'd rather pay for something I don't have to upload my passport to pay for. I'm so sick of this shit. I tried to post a job for Crave on the Use website, and they use the third-party service to post it's called Handshake, I think, to post jobs. And Handshake uses another third-party service where they ask for a picture of your government-issued ID to verify your identity and your social security number so you can upload a fucking job posting on a university's website.
That is crazy.
Unreal.
Yeah, that one's not
stuff. What are we doing? And they're just selling that data. These companies are fly by night. They don't exist 18 months later. Where do you think all that data goes? They just sell it. It's part of the package.
Yeah, they don't delete it. They try to make money off it.
Just goes to Zuckerberg. He just hoovers it up.
He's gonna get you a Facebook account again, JD.
He could make one.
He's gonna get you one. Trust me, he'll get you back.
Son of a bitch. Riblets. Little meat chunks, little news stories.
Put on your biblets. It's time for some riblets.
Exactly. Mugenics has become the most played roguelike ever on Steam.
Like I have to play this.
We're gonna get it. It's 10% off right now. I'm probably gonna get it like tonight or something. I feel like just the buzz alone on this one.
Like I have to.
You got to do it. It's a turn-based tactical cat breeding combat game. Wow, we've come a long way in the last 10 years of video gaming, honestly. That all makes sense.
Honestly, yeah, it all makes sense. And the best part is like you look at the graphics and you're like, yeah, this is where we're at now because
I know exactly what this is.
Everything's ruined. Everything's ruined. And like, yeah, we're fine with this. This is like hand drawn and not even that good of hand drawn.
It's fine.
And we're fine with it.
That's the best game we got.
We don't care.
The all-time peak of 115,000 concurrent players that was reached on the 15th of this month sets a new record for highest player count among roguelike and roguelite games.
Incredible.
The previous record was 3,000 fewer with 112,000 concurrent players held by Hades 2, which is very interesting to me because I felt Hades 2 at its peak was unbelievably popular. But I also wonder if there was just a spread on the platform because wasn't Hades 2 on Game Pass?
Yeah.
So
Hades 2 is on I think you can just get it everywhere. So yeah, I think people
I do wonder where Mutagenics is available. But anyway, so for Steam alone, I think that's notable. So pretty cool.
I think that's amazing. For like again, this is like not a major studio. This is a little teeny game, and
two
like
guys
killing it.
Just two guys with like a couple computers.
Loving this.
Arc Raiders bosses are dying too fast because players are too good at working together. Love that.
Oh, there we go. They're actually playing the game the way it's supposed to be played, and then they're too good at it.
Well, basically, it's this inherent problem with making a PvP and PvE combined game where you balance the game with the assumption that some people are going to be trying to kill each other. Mm-hmm. But if everyone just suddenly gangs up, not unlike in A Bug's Life, you find that, oh, wow, we didn't plan for this eventuality. Everyone is working together and killing the bosses is becoming easier and easier for them because they're all working together.
They're all just working together.
Arc Raiders design director Virgil Watkins, who said, quote, even though these bosses are huge and deadly, they're not intended for the full server to go up against and get equally rewarded. It's meant to be, a couple of dedicated squads maybe working together while also dealing with other players. So in this instance, he's specifically talking about the loot that these bosses drop and that they're not really designing the loot to be spread out to a whole server because they didn't expect the whole server to jump on and kill these bosses together.
Yeah.
I love that, though. I think that's hilarious. So players,
they're like, okay, how can we get people to start fighting each other again?
Yeah, what do we need to do to get you nerds at each other's throats? And everyone's like, hey, we're just like buddies. We played too much Helldivers. Sorry. We're friends now. Everyone's just working together. That's our thing now. Yeah, so players just not playing the game the way it's intended is always my favorite theme. After a Pokemon card store in New York was robbed, Nintendo responded by suing them to change their name. Cool. Classic. You guys.
Classic Nintendo.
So cool. Way classy.
Like, we didn't know about you until you were in the news for getting robbed, but
sorry about that whole robbing thing, but this is a store in Manhattan called the Poke Court. Well, it was called the Poke Court when they were robbed at gunpoint during their very first community evening event.
Wow.
Which doesn't surprise me that much because in 3 minutes, the robbery suspects stole over $100,000 worth of merchandise. Look, dude, Pokemon cards I knew were big. I had no idea until I was in a junk shop in North Carolina last week. And I was looking at some booster packs from the very, very first Pokemon card sets the ones that I got as a kid, the boosters. Mm-hmm. And I was looking at them in this store and they were $30. And I was like, that's wrong. That can't be right. So I Googled it. These were remakes or reprints or something. So $30 was the actual price. That's like a good price. But when I looked up the cost so if I kept a single booster pack from when I was a kid, or if I just like happened to find one in a box somewhere from when I was a kid from that generation, we're looking at like $1,500 or more. If it has like first edition on it, it's even more. If I kept a whole box of them, Yeah, it's like $15,000.
That's crazy.
And that's without knowing what cards are in the pack. But there are some cards that are so rare and so expensive that it's like stealing a diamond. Like you steal one diamond and it's worth however much. You steal like one you can if you steal this many, and they're all in these like they're all in the plastic sleeves that protect them. So you could be really rough with them. You could just sweep them all into a bag. Like, this is actually a really good product to steal. This isn't like
no.
I'm saying it's not like a stealing a job situation either.
We're not these things are start only stealing cards.
Accumulating value. Like, you steal 20 really high-end Pokemon cards and you could just sit on them.
No, this is not a good business idea. I know where you're going with this. I'm not gonna do it. Not again.
I don't need two people for this heist. I got this on my own. Just me and a gun. So these guys get robbed. Nintendo reaches out and straight up. So this came from the store's website. Nintendo reached out to us with concerns about our name and logo. So now they changed their name to the Trainer Court and removed the Pokeball from their logo. Nintendo just as classy as ever, you guys.
Always, yeah.
And then the last one here, Western Digital. This is a bummer to end on. Western Digital is already sold out of hard drives for all of 2026. The head of the company said that long-term agreements for the next 2 years, 27 and 28, are already in place. This is the Western Digital CEO, Irving Tan, saying that the company is sold out of all their hard drives for this year. And to make matters worse, he also emphasized that 89% of their revenue came from their cloud business, while its consumer business only delivered 5%. So it's exactly what I've been saying all along. I'm going to keep saying it until I develop a small cult of people that are worshiping me for being so right all the time.
Oh, like Nostradamus JVS cult.
Computer parts to people, to human beings, is no longer profitable.
Nope.
Any computer parts, even things like a hard drive to store stuff on, that is not profitable anymore, and they're going to stop doing it. So just like be aware of that, because I mean, it's like I said in my analogy months ago, that if my store, Crave, was able to just do all of their business, we could just do all catering and sell straight to businesses, I would just shut the fucking store down and just do that. So it's like it's impossible for these businesses to not do this. And it's all because the demand on the other side is so great. They don't have to come down to the slums and the gutters to sell us meager peasants tech. We can get our own tech from the landfill. That's where we get tech.
We can buy it used from a
guy with like companies. A little robot for an eyeball.
Also, it's look, I have a hard drive right here.
Me too. I'm looking at
how couple terabytes. All I store on it is 3-Bit Gamer Show episodes. So and files.
I bought you that, and I probably couldn't afford it now.
No, yeah, we could sell this and go on another cruise.
That's actually our podcast's retirement plan right there, is that hard drive that we own.
It is in great condition.
It's worth all the other high quality audio equipment.
Yeah, that
pales in comparison to our little hard drive.
A hard drive though?
Yeah.
Like, wait, does your board have a hard drive inside of it? Because I can take that apart and
we're looking at a future where you take a really nice high-end electronics to the pawn shop and the guy just takes pliers and rips it open and just takes out the motherboard and the parts. He's like, yeah, this is as a piece, it's worth nothing.
I don't care about
what's inside there though.
This hard drive though, I could repurpose this. Oh boy. Like a fortune.
Kudos.
All right, kudos, our positivity segment. I got some good ones.
Yeah, you do.
I have a quick, easy
first one.
No, I'm gonna do my second one first.
Oh,
my first one second.
Oh, okay.
Percy Pig.
You like
Percy? Is that what they're called?
Yeah. Those little gummies.
Dude. This is just quick redudos. Peterson was right. This candy is fantastic.
crazy.
I unfortunately don't think you're going to be able to get it. I was only able to find it at a Target in North Carolina because there was a this is the Valentine's shit we're about to get rid of. That's where I found them.
I found it in the non-Valentine's section, so I
You
think
did?
you'll be able to get it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Make
Mine were
sure
only
though, because
I think it's a Valentine's candy. I think
they're
that's why
so
they added it.
good.
They're
I love
so
them.
good. If you guys do find them, it's a gummy candy. It's a pig shaped pink and red gummy candy, and I've
And like that
eaten 2
texture
bags
though,
already this week.
that texture though of like the main pig is
Totally
like
unique. Because
yeah,
that squishy foamy fruit candy texture is
so
like
good.
I like it, but it's different on these.
I
It's
love
absolutely
I that's like my favorite type of gummy, and so yeah, these oh man, these
Wait,
are
so you
problematic
like
for me.
Haribo gummy frogs?
Yeah, I don't like it when they're way too hard. Like Haribo gummy
I want
bears are
so
like
I leave
too
them
hard to
open
eat.
to age, so they get
I have some in
chewer.
my car that you would love
Yeah, I want
because
those.
they're cold and the bag's been
Hard.
slightly opened, and they're like I have to suck on them for a while to get them to
Yes!
like chew them.
Then I eat fewer of them. That's why I like it so much. It's
That is
candy that I have to
true.
work for.
That is true.
So yeah, that's my Fudos, Rududos Fudos, because those candies were amazing. You guys should get those.
I got a Fudos. Last night I went with my buddy Steven and Nick. We went to Steven's 40th birthday. So I was like, dude, let's go get some food. And we went out. He had plans, and I was like, and like he was just gonna be him. And I was like, dude, I'll go with you. So I went with him. But the best part of the night was we went out to eat, and he picked this place because 3 people in his family have celiacs, and his daughter was coming with us. She's 7. She has celiac. She can't eat any gluten. And so they know all the gluten-free restaurants. So he's like, hey, there's this chicken place called Chicken Boy. My wife is celiac. She loves it. Let's go. He's like, do you want to go? And I was like, it's your
Love the
birthday,
name
man. We can go wherever you
already.
want. Chicken Boy. That's it.
Chicken Boy. Oof. I'm here
And
for it.
so we go there. They used to be a food truck, and then now they've got this restaurant downtown Provo, like down the middle, not downtown Provo, like right by campus, like down the middle Provo by BYU's campus, which I try to stay away from.
Oh yeah,
but Chicken Boy
best
is
practice.
worth it. Like we get there and we're like, hey, we've never been here, and the lady's showing us the menu. It's just you order on a little like iPad, and then they've got 3 things. And mostly just one thing. They have chicken tenders. That's it.
Tendies, baby.
And then they've got, she's like, we got chicken tenders, and we got chicken tenders with like our like Korean inspired sauce on it. It's just like a lightly glazed tender, that's what I got. Or you can get them in a taco, and it's essentially a taco shell with some coleslaw. Like she's like, this is it. And then
all of this sounds so good to me.
She's like, our tenders though, what makes them a little different is we marinate them for 2 days, and
brine,
so the
baby.
chicken is so like juicy,
overnight brines
for real. And it was like, and I don't really, you don't get a lot of gluten-free fried chicken, right? And so I was like a little bit hesitant, but I was like, whatever. No, honestly, probably the best chicken tenders I've had. Loved them. I had 3, and they were big, and I wanted 3 more. I was like, I need more chicken tenders, and I'm not a fried chicken guy. Like I'm like real lukewarm on fried chicken, and I was like, no, I could.
Yeah, I've never heard you talk about fried chicken before.
Yeah, I'm always just kind of like, it's okay. This one, no, I would eat so much of this. I loved it. Like I'll definitely go back. Chicken Boy, they had, and then they got like 4 sauce, like barbecue, honey mustard. They got this weird Asian sweet spicy sauce that actually was very unique. I ate it and I was like, okay. And then ranch. And so I had my Korean tendies dipped in ranch. And honestly,
it sounds
so
good.
It was so good. And they got fries and coleslaw. They give you a side of coleslaw. You'll love that. And then they had like a couple desserts. I didn't even eat it. I don't like coleslaw. I know you love it. I like coleslaw on sandwiches.
Bitch.
I like it as a condiment. I don't like it as like a salad.
What?
Which I know is weird.
No one eats it as a salad.
Well, I mean, just like
Everyone
eat it with a
eats it
fork or
on
like
something.
I know, but all I had was a tendy, and I was like, I'm not gonna waste this tender with some coleslaw.
Such crazy talk.
I know. Look, I just
Crazy
don't love
talk.
it. I just don't. It's not my thing.
Oh.
And so anyway, if
Chicken
you
Boy,
are in
Provo,
Utah,
This is not a
Provo,
chain.
Utah, go to Chicken Boy. It's just the one. It's just the one. And honestly, it was so good. I want it again. I ate it last night. I want it again today. That's where I'm at.
Shit. Chicken Boy. All right. So my last kudos goes out to the cannabis of North Carolina. You guys may have gathered by this point that I went to North Carolina to open a Crave store last week.
North Carolina.
And in my quest to, I guess, kind of troll Peterson and make myself happy, I had a cheeseburger every single night. Every night, baby.
There's so much food. It's your
I know there
in
was a
North
ton of
Carolina.
food, and all I had was cheeseburgers instead.
Why? You can get
I
cheeseburger
went to
anywhere.
2 different restaurants called Whataburger for cheeseburgers.
I do. Okay, I do like this. I do like this little bit of trivia. This
Yeah.
is a good one.
And there is a North Carolina Whataburger chain, and the Texas chain Whataburger just came to North Carolina, and I went to one as an
You went to the wrong one
I
first.
went to the wrong one first, and then I felt bad and ate it anyway, and it sucked. And I went to the right one, and I ate it anyway, and it kind of sucked. Look, dude, I didn't get a lot of great burgers, but I ate a lot of them. It was so irritating. Anyway, so I'm looking at burger restaurants on Google Maps, and yeah, that's pretty accurate. Strauss said that I am a disaster.
JD is a disaster. I'm gonna leave that posted just like on the
just
episode.
sticky that. I'll change that to my cryon. So I was looking on Google Maps. That's actually my favorite place to look for restaurants. I don't know. That's just my thing. And I found a good place. It was like called Sumo Bar. And right next to it, not next to it, but like on the Google Maps next to it, it was like this place advertising a cannabis dispensary. And so I was like, wait a sec. It's not legal.
Is it legal there?
So I Google it, and it's like, no. And Google's like, you will get thrown into an old boys prison where like you're going to be breaking rocks on the side of the highway.
On the side of the highway, chain gang.
Yeah, this is like chain gang stuff. Like, don't smoke weed in North Carolina. And then I look again at the weed store, and I was like, what the hell? And so I asked Trent, because Trent has an all-powerful AI that he communes with. And so he asks his AI, who explains that there's some weird whack-ass hemp-based loophole in North Carolina because their hemp industry wanted it. And basically it's THCA, which is legal because it isn't THC 9 yet. But the second that you put a flame to it or vape it, it turns into THC 9. So it's like basically like, well, beer is legal to have here, just not to drink. So a lot of people sell beer and people buy beer and they take the bottles of beer and as long as you don't open and drink the beer at any point. It's like how you can buy the spores for magic mushrooms. You can buy those just anywhere. That's totally legal. But once you start growing them, it's illegal. So it's like, what am I going to do with these spores? What, just to have them? And so that's the law in North Carolina. Essentially, it's one big loophole. And I'm thinking, well, this is going to be the shittiest ass ditch weed I've ever had, because it's like some jank ass fly by night business where they're like, well, I'll open up a cannabis dispensary, but it's not super legal and the feds might come down on me. And if
we could be shut down at any moment.
I
do not have cash in the building.
Yeah. So I have to go because I'm so curious. I have to know. And so I go to this weed store. I didn't like look up other ones. It was just the one that popped up on Google Maps. So I wasn't shopping around. And I have purchased weed in I think a dozen states. And I have never had an experience like this that I did in North Carolina.
Boy.
It was like walking into a 7-Eleven, and so normally if you walk in a lot of locations, there's like double doors where you walk in and then a bouncer or whatever takes your card, scans it, and then he buzzes you through to the next store.
Yeah.
That's how it is in Nevada. That's how it is in a couple states. Or you walk in and the second you step foot in the door, they're checking your ID because they're like making sure, in case you're an undercover cop, they want to go by the letter. You walk into this place in North Carolina, and I had my ID in my hand, and she not only didn't ask for it, but kind of looked at me weird, like, "What do you do? Like, are you trying to hand me a business card?" It was kind of like she kept looking at my hand, like, "What's he doing down there?" I was like, "I don't know." And so I start asking her about stuff. She walks me, and there's just weed. It's just like out. There's no like regulations or anything. And then I asked her about these like vape carts, and I was like, well, what is this one? What's that one? And I was like, well, what do you use? And she reaches into her pocket of her apron and pulls out, and she's like, well, this is the one that I'm always using. And I was like, in any other state, the idea that an employee like pulling out the weed that they're actively using on site and being like, oh, I buy this shit. I'm like, there's no weed law in any state in the US that would allow that. But in North Carolina, she is doing things like this because she feels absolutely no threat.
Yeah, this is crazy.
I think it is not legal in North Carolina. Weed is not legal in North Carolina, and somehow it is the most legal state I have ever been. It's like buying weed in Amsterdam. I was like, what is happening? And then I just bought it, and I paid with a fucking credit card. You can't pay with a credit card anywhere. They have an ATM. They make you there. Sometimes in Oregon, there's a couple places where they'll like do a little funky stuff. They're like, well, the charge that shows up on your credit card is going to be from like some weird place over here. So they like use essentially a digital VPN to like reroute the charge. Nope. Here I just like swipe the card, and she kind of like looked at my ID. She didn't put the numbers in. She didn't enter anything. She didn't scan it. She looked at my ID like a bouncer in 2005 would look at your ID. Just like eyeball it.
Hey, got it.
Looks that there's not like a punch.
She doesn't even know what she's looking for. She's just like,
no, she was stoned. She was clearly stoned. And like usually they are, but it's like they're kind of keeping it together because again, any customer could be an undercover cop or a state regulator looking to bust your shit. Not in North Carolina. No. So
they're getting shut down anytime anyway.
Right?
So they're just like, we don't.
Like dude, they just live it. Like it was like buying weed from a drug dealer. Like if a drug dealer just like set up a store,
had a convenience store.
It's a convenience store, dude. There were little window doors, like you just walked in there.
This is so funny. It was so crazy.
It was the weirdest experience. So I have to give kudos to North Carolina's state legislature for being the dumbest dildos. You guys are idiots.
This is crazy. Just make it legal. Like
so easy to buy weed in your state. Oh. I forgot to mention the best part is that I get back to my hotel or, the third location where I was legal to do this. And this shit, like I said, I've had weed all across these great states, and this shit laid me out.
Really?
Laid me out. I was
unregulated. That's why they just say whatever. They don't even care.
It would be like super sketchy, or that it would be like, no, it's their in-house little vape cartridge. So it's the convenience store has enough like pull to make their own brand of this shit.
So weird.
And it just like put me on the floor. It was like 6 p.m.
great.
and I just like laid in my bed like this for like 2-3 hours before I did anything. So yeah, North Carolina is like a stoner's paradise. I don't know why. And I guess the hemp industry is really strong-armed them into this.
Has a lot of pull over there.
You use it to make ropes, I guess.
Yeah. Sweet bit. Studio game.
We got that cereal fame, cause you saying our names. We in the studio playing some Foodio games. That's right, it's Foodio games. Yeah, we playing Foodio games.
And drinks.
And drinks.
Should have played the drinks one. Foodio Games is the segment where we talk about our two favorite things in the whole world, food and video games.
Mm-hmm.
And this week we're combining our third favorite thing in the world, which is a subset of our second favorite thing in the world.
I'm confused now. I
keep up.
know what you're
Ready,
going
keep up.
for, and
Ready, keep
I'm
up.
confused.
Limited time only snacks.
Mm.
New flavors of candies, or chips, or sodas, or just new stuff. Limited time only offerings. Think Mountain Dew Baja. And we're gonna compare those to video games. Oh yeah, I was on this because I went to the grocery store. I went to Winco today. Another kudos. Winco's so great. But I went to Winco and they had their Easter candy out. And they have all these limited edition jelly beans. Because Easter is jelly bean season. It makes me think about the resurrection every time I see a jelly bean.
Jesus Christ, the resurrection of Jesus Christ.
That's exactly what I think
jelly
about,
beans.
Dude. Yeah, dude. Every time I pop a jelly bean in my mouth, I see that giant stone rolling to the side of the cave.
He's not here anymore.
Our Lord and Savior, and it's like, oh my God. And he's like, no, it's just me, Jesus,
the jelly bean king.
Sitting there popping fucking jelly beans, like, dude, I love this shit. Jesus is back.
He's back, baby. Beans for all.
Beans. Don't you remember that part of Sunday school?
I honestly don't, but like I'm a little rusty, I guess, on that part of the Bible.
So yeah, I was thinking about limited time only snacks and candies and sodas and stuff to celebrate things like the resurrection of Jesus.
Like a miracle.
After like a pretty horrific death, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, but bunnies.
Rabbits. I can't remember where the rabbits came from, but I think they're there.
They're the ones that lay the fucking Easter eggs, you shit.
No.
You didn't pay attention in Sunday school.
I told you I was rusty, okay? I need to go watch the VeggieTales version of this. That's where I get all my
VeggieTales explains jelly bean.
VeggieTales is where I get all my religious information.
Hell, it's where I get all my information, period. If it's not on VeggieTales, did it even happen?
I was homeschooled by VeggieTales. Okay.
People are like, did you see Fox News last night? I'm like, I only watch VeggieTales. I don't think you understand.
Which episode is that? I don't remember a fox. Mostly just like a squash.
Mostly it's just vegetable. Oh my God. How is VeggieTales allowed to exist? How is like a society if we not?
How is it so
that
popular?
down?
Like, how is it? How is it subsisted for so long? It's just like VeggieTales makes no sense.
There's all these Middle Eastern dudes for thousands of years, just like wandering the desert in sandals and preaching these gospels. And you pull up with an iPad and you're like, this is what your teachings just kind of devolve down to. This is we filter it down to. This is how people learn.
Moses is a tomato. So
you'll never guess who's the egg. He's the biggest dickhead in the whole
Samson for sure. All right, what were we doing? Oh yeah, video games. I was like, are we still on kudos? What are we on?
Which vegetable is Jesus? Is he in it?
I don't know. Do we need to look? I bet he's
VeggieTale is Jesus, but I accidentally spelled it VeggieTale, like the tail of an animal. Which veggie
in VeggieTales? Which vegetable was Jesus? I don't know. Oh, they didn't show Jesus. VeggieTales wasn't allowed to show Jesus.
Oh,
because they
couldn't agree on which vegetable he would be, because you would be essentially giving a very strong endorsement of just one vegetable,
of like chard or something.
For me, it's onion. Were any of
Jesus is a nice sautéed onion.
Well, he's like, oh, so the vegetables aren't like biblical characters because one of them's got a tuba and one looks like a Hasidic Jew. So I'm starting to think
They are, and they aren't. Don't look. We'll watch it afterwards.
I'm getting all my biblical knowledge from VeggieTales. So limited time only snacks.
Oh yeah,
Let's compare them to video games so we can finally get off the subject. Not that I want to stop talking about VeggieTales, just I know you guys want me to stop. So I've got a couple here. I'll just start at the top. We'll work down. Did you make any other questions?
No, I did these. I did them in order that you did, so that you had them there.
All right, the first one here is when snacks are discontinued before you find them. This
happens all the time
in our podcast, especially because we have a huge network now of snack hunters. And people find these and they tell us where they get them, but our listeners are spread all over the country. So we're trying to find them in our stores. You're trying to find them in your stores. And nothing is worse than when I have been hearing about a specific snack or candy or drink flavor for weeks and I never find it. And then it never shows back up.
Yep.
What is your video game equivalent of this?
This is when you wait so long to play a game that and then you never end up playing it. And I have a bunch of these. Cyberpunk 2077. I'm like, I think I waited too long. Like I feel stupid if I played it now. The Witcher 3, I haven't played it.
3 does feel
like
it. Waited too long on it.
And I'm like, I've waited too long. Like I don't know why I feel like I can't play it now. But then there's like a whole bunch of like online games where it is like, because I'm not like amazing at like shooters and multiplayer online games. I'm pretty mediocre at them. And so if you don't jump in early on and just like get it when everybody's learning, you're never going to have a good experience. Like if you jumped in and played Apex Legends right now, you'd hate it. You'd be like, this game is not fun.
I didn't particularly care for it when it came out.
Like I liked it when it came out, and then people started getting good and it can hit that point. Like Chivalry too, like when you hit that, like when you hit that that level 30
level 15
and everyone's good and you're like, okay, well not like you hit that point, and that's like it's the same type of thing. Like there's a game, you waited too long and now you're never gonna play it. And that's how the snacks are too. It's like I waited too long. I took it for granted.
And some of these are never gonna come back. Like some of them are so limited, and I keep going back to like my number one thing, which is the buffalo chicken sandwich baked Lay's. They felt limited when I got them. I knew eating every single chip that this was going to be close to the last one that I ever ate.
Every chip you eat is closer to the last one.
Yeah. And you just have to just live with that impermanence, which is kind of challenging. I had a similar answer, but I did want to bring up the flip side of that, because you're talking about, and this is where I was thinking, is like missing out on something that is awesome and everyone loves. But what about when it's like that Beetlejuice soda?
The Beetlejuice one that you just like
everyone was warning us off of. Everyone kept going out and trying it in our Discord and being like,
one sip in.
It. And then they're like, it's vile, don't get it. And all it did was make you want to try it more.
Yeah, I kind of want to do this.
But that was like, sometimes when these games you do get in early, but they suck. Like, do you remember For Honor?
Yeah.
Do you remember how much that did not gel with us?
I didn't like it at all.
No,
Spencer loved it. I hated
it for like a good couple weeks. We gave it a good college try, and I didn't like it.
I didn't enjoy it at all.
No, dude, that was the Beetlejuice soda for sure. So sometimes missing out on these limited time offers is like actually okay with me. Like I'm like, oh, I didn't miss out on much. I've told you this.
Chips do that a lot. There's a lot of chip flavors that I'm like, I don't want that.
I think chip flavors, I think chips are one of the easiest ones. They must be one of the easiest ones to just, because you're just changing the dust.
Yeah.
The chip is always the same. You just change the dust. And I feel like even with like Skittles or something, changing the flavor is changing like the chemical makeup, because this from eating Shriekers. The sour Shriekers have a distinctly different texture than normal Skittles. So like adding whatever sour in there. So I do think candies are a little harder. Sodas for sure. But chips, they just throw whatever. Yeah, just throw
It's
some.
like, I don't know. We got some dill pickle and some spicy. Just like throw that
just
on there.
blow
why
that
not?
on there. Yeah, just roll the chips
Sure.
in that. We got it.
Yeah.
All right. This next one. This one's kind of fun. When limited time offerings become permanent items.
Oh.
For me, the biggest one for this, and I wonder if you have a better example. For me, it is Mountain Dew Code Red. That was the first, if I'm not mistaken, the first major like Mountain Dew flavor that wasn't Mountain Dew Classic. And it was supposed to be a one-off, and it was like
it was just one of
going,
their,
and it became a juggernaut.
yeah.
And I think it retooled all like what Mountain Dew was. Mountain Dew was just a flavor of soda, and it became an entire like line of sodas.
Yeah. It became like a genre of soda, like its own company almost.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Did you have a game for this, or did you just do Code Red?
I said Fortnite.
Oh.
I think this happens when you have like a spin-off mode of a game that becomes more popular than the game itself. This happens in multiplayer games quite frequently, but Fortnite, which was a game
Fortnite saved the world.
We played for months when it was in early access, and they just dropped the Battle Royale like on a weekend, and they
just had it, and they were like, "Oh, we'll just use this because PUBG was doing so good."
That was Code Red. Fortnite is absolutely Code Red to me. I was trying to think of other multiplayer examples. The one I did think of, I don't think it really necessarily replaced anything, but it did become kind of a standard in Halo 3. Did you ever play? I don't know. Do you play Halo 3 a lot?
I just played multiplayer, like the online version.
There was a game mode called Griftball.
I vaguely remember Griftball.
Yeah, you used like your sword, and there was like an actual ball in it. So like that was a huge mode that became really popular. Another good one is Dota and League of Legends. Like
the whole MOBA genre
was just like a mod of a game. It was Warcraft 3, right?
Yeah.
And then that became the entire thing.
Rocket League has a bunch of game modes that this has happened to, like their crazy game mode, like almost pretty much all their game modes. They released them as like, because they would just periodically be like, here's our volleyball version of it, and like people liked it so much they just kept them now, and now they're like ranked
for a while.
Basketball was one of them. The volleyball drop shot, it's called, was one of them. The crazy one where you get like the weird abilities, like the magnet and stuff like that.
The battle one is so fun.
Like those are all permanent game modes now.
They still play those?
Play them whenever you want. Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Mine was actually similar. This happens a lot, and this happened in Fortnite. There was a whole bunch of skins that are limited time. So you get these skins, and is a single release skin. PUBG had this. I talk about the Founders Pack that me and Chase got that we sold for a bunch of money. It was sold for so much because you could only get it if you were a founder, if you were one of the purchased the game early on. That was the only way to get it. And there's a lot of stuff like that. If you go to this one convention, it's the only way to get this skin. And now PUBG has released those. You can just buy those skins. There's no value to them anymore. Like you can just go buy them whenever you want. Fortnite had a whole bunch too. I had a whole bunch of skins, like founders skins. And now you can just buy them all. They just rotate into the store. They stopped doing limited edition. It's like, it wasn't like this was, you can only get this from this event, which people loved. And they were just like, now it's going to rotate through our store.
But you know what we love? Money.
And so it kind of like with Code Red, like if Code Red was like a annual release or something where they released it in the first quarter of every year, people would go nuts. Now it's just like, I just see Code Red. It's always there. It's never not there. And so it kind of ruins how special it is. And same with like these limited edition skins that like things that you can only get if you were at the thing. And now it's like, you can just get it wherever you want. Like the BlizzCon stuff, skins you can only get if you went to BlizzCon. Well, those just become permanent releases. Like they rotate into the store periodically. You can pick them up, and it kind of ruins it.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so this is one that I'm very accustomed to is, and you know all about this. When you forget about a discontinued food item, something that was an LTO at some point, and then they stopped making it, and you got to forget about it, and you got to move on with your life, and then somebody comes along and reminds you about it.
Yeah, like every time someone asks me about Cheez-It Grooves, they're like, "Oh wait, which flavor did you like?" This happens all the time.
And they still make them too. That's the worst part. Is they
still make Grooves. They just
flavors.
hot and spicy cheddar. They don't make that anymore.
It's the only thing
they have like a bold cheddar, and it is not
garbage. Nope.
Mm-mm.
So what is it? What does that feel like for you when someone reminds you that a game or,
Like-
or a snack that you loved is gone and you moved on with your life?
Like when you go to when you go to your childhood, area, go to one of your buddies' houses that you had a lot of those old nostalgic gaming nights where you sat there and played Halo and drank Coke and ate Little Caesars pizza, and just did that all night long. And it was the most fun time you've ever had gaming. And you're sitting there at their house and you're like, it's just not the same, like you're never going to get that back. And it has that same kind of sad, like I love the memory of it and I hate the reminder of it. You know what I mean?
Dude, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I drive through like old neighborhoods and like I drive past Jeff's house like once in a while when I'm up at my dad's. And like, yeah, spent so many nights in Jeff's basement up way too late playing games, playing Halo and stuff like that.
And you'll never get that feeling again. Like if you haven't had, like everyone our age knows what we're talking about. And you can't recapture that. Like you just can't get it back. Like those were the craziest, funnest times in gaming. And like the games weren't particularly amazing all the time, but like just like that feeling and everything was so new and fresh and exciting and fun. And finally you can play with 4 people,
Oh.
Yep. And then that's Cheez-It Grooves. Every time someone's like, "What was the flavor again?" And I'm like,
track around in the biggest Peterson's original heartbreak.
It really is the worst one for me. I was so obsessed with
I
them.
still remember that trip we took down to Wendover with Trent when you introduced him to those in the gas station on the way down, and he was like, "This is the best chip I've ever had in my life." And I think I was introduced that same time. We were like, "Holy shit, this is the best chip ever." And then it was like around for a year, and then they were just gone.
And they were just gone. And they were like, I thought they would be a permanent fixture in my life, and I was ready for that.
Yeah, and I can't believe they kept the Grooves form factor and never tried to reintroduce them.
Yeah, I've emailed them. I've emailed Cheez-It and be like,
I have Cheez-It merch. Didn't help.
How dare you? Yeah, we do have Cheez-It merch. We have Cheez-It beanies. Remember you got us those?
Yeah, I still wear mine kind of regularly.
That's
so
fun.
for me, mine was very specific and very personal. Mine is every time I remember Valheim. It's kind of like yours, but for me, it was that the Valheim craze when that was at its peak for about 2 or 3 weeks of our lives. I never thought I could be happy again, basically. after like college, like the gaming years of college, of my youth, of playing Xbox 360 and doing both LAN parties and online Xbox Live stuff. And it was just having that organic group of friends that were just always online. And you would just like be playing and someone would just jump in and just start playing with you. That was one of my favorite parts about Halo is like you'd be sitting there and then you'd have your little dorky headset that was plugged into your controller. And all of a sudden somebody would just jump on and start making noises. And you're like, oh, it's so-and-so. Nice. You're on, like, we'll get you in the next game. Yeah. That feeling I hadn't had for a very long time before we started playing Valheim. And I know it's a completely different game. It's not a first-person shooter arcadey multiplayer game, but just the sense of community and like wandering around that world and finding the things that our listeners were just making just out in the sticks and just like stumbling upon their buildings and stuff was such a trip. And it was just awesome. And I know every time I think about Valheim, every time it comes across my feed, every time I see a little video of it, that I'm so sad about where that game's gone that I have no desire to ever play it again.
Real Game
And
of Thrones situation.
exactly. So it just
Mhm.
kind of gives me a little bit of heartbreak, just like when I remember that I can't go back to Target and buy a Pepsi Blue.
You always got the one in your fridge that's 20 years old or whatever.
I do have that one in my fridge.
Don't drink it, please.
I will one day.
That'll be the day you die. You're like, did he commit suicide? You're like, kinda.
Yeah, I mean, it was more like euthanasia.
He knew the risk he was taking, and he took it anyway.
That was his last words. Worth it. Worth it. So the last one here we have any specific snacks you would compare to specific games. These are discontinued foods, limited time only foods that you would compare to specific games.
Yeah, I think I just have one that I want to do. I have one actually that I wrote down.
I thought you said you had 6.
No. I have 6 total. I had 3 of these, and one of them I can't read my handwriting. I've been sitting there trying to think, like, what was I trying to say?
And you can't remember? This is like an hour ago. Do you have dementia?
Yes, I do. His last words would be, "It's flat." No, I'll remember. I might remember, but Coke, Coca-Cola, and literally any of their limited edition, like even though they were doing those specialty flavors for a while, where
They're
like
good.
wouldn't tell you the flavor, I didn't like them, like the marshmallow one, and like I didn't like these at all. There's like a cinnamony one. I was like, I didn't like this. And good riddance. I'm glad it's gone. That's Wild Star. You know I'm going to mention Wild Star. I hate that game.
Are you
so
trying
much.
to summon Trent or something?
Ding. Excuse me, Peterson.
He's so pissed. You start
Like, how'd you get in
maligning
here?
Wild Star.
I just hated it. I wanted it to be good, and I was like, "This is finally the MMO
The WoW
that I'm
killer.
gonna play. Like, I'm gonna play this and get into it from the start." And I did, and I hated it so much.
I was so let down, I
And
never
it's like
played
all
it.
these Coke flavors, and like for a while they were like cool can, cool packaging, mystery flavor. And I'm like, "What is this?" And I drink it, I'm like, "Oh, it's dog piss or something." I don't know. It's terrible.
Mhm.
I hate it. And
Yeah,
so
they did do that dog cum flavor.
yeah, I didn't love that one as much. It wasn't the worst one, but
I'm just regular.
why'd they add coconut? Oh man.
I have 4, so I think I'll just kind of cruise through mine really quick.
Do it. I'll try to read my handwriting on this one.
Yeah, see if you can't decipher it. Oh my god, I'm gonna put you in a home. FTL is Mountain Dew Voltage. I loved Mountain Dew Voltage when it came out. I didn't think it would stick around, and it has. It's been just as sticky as Code Red. I've been very impressed.
It's always around now. That's the orange one, right?
No, that's Livewire. Voltage is the blue or possibly
Blue.
purple one?
Purplish blue. Yeah. You're
Yeah,
right.
I don't know. It seems like they've changed it, but it's the blue one.
The
And if
Mountain
I
Dew
ever-
section is very colorful.
Yeah, and I
There's a
love
lot of
blue. It's my
colors.
favorite flavor. So I was like
That
really
is-
excited
I do know that about
that
you.
that there is a consistent blue flavored soda out there, and it's Voltage. And it's like, dude, it's just like FTL. I went hard on it when it came out. Just like when FTL, not when it came out, but when I started playing FTL, I played it a ton. And then I got through it. I went through like my Voltage phase. But now, like every once in a while, I do want one. I'm like, yeah, I do want a blue. And every once in a while, I just am like, I gotta play an FTL game. Just like it's never left me. And I'm glad it's still like it has the exact same, it hit the exact same as it did 10 years ago when I was getting it
Mhm.
for like gamer LAN parties. Let's see, Planet Crafter. I can't not talk about Planet Crafter for one episode. Is the new baked Lay's flavors. I guess this could be for any game that I couldn't think of any other games that every single time they release a DLC, I'm just there for it.
You're like, okay, I'm in.
But
Planet
that's
Crafter for
basically-
real.
Yeah, that's basically the comparison here because with baked Lay's, I don't care what the flavor is. Like honestly, there are a lot of chips that do the baked potatoes flavor. loaded baked potato. I've seen it on a lot of chips.
I've seen it a few times. Yeah.
There's a Pringles one. There was a Lay's Stacks that did it. Lots of companies do it. And I was like, I'm not really into it. But I got it with baked Lay's. And I loved it with baked Lay's.
You
so
love baked Lay's, though.
Yeah, exactly. So they can't do any wrong. If they release one, I'm just there automatically. Age of Empires is Pepsi Blue.
Oh.
And it actually kind of lines up to when I was playing Age of Empires the most. And then it did re-release around the same time that Pepsi Blue came out on their second run within a couple of years. I don't know the exact years, but Pepsi Blue came back out in like the late 2010s, right when Age of Empires 2 remaster came out and Age of Empires 4 came out. And I was just like filthy with awesome new Age of Empires stuff. And I went super hard on it. And then it kind of just like went away. It didn't go away. It's still there. I can still play it, but Pepsi Blue did go away. It's very sad.
Can I do one? It
Yeah,
was so you know how Oreo always has they always have something cooking, like some random flavor.
Oreo always has something.
And whenever sometimes I like it, and I'm the only one in my house that likes it. I'm trying to remember the flavor that it was. I think it was one of the coffee ones.
Oh.
And the real problem is I don't want to eat a whole pack of Oreos by myself. I will. I don't want to, because
you don't want to, like, ethically, but like personally, you would want to. Like
I would, yeah.
Want you to.
Yeah. But
I just don't want to like go to bed with the knowledge that like at some point this week I polished off that pack.
And I now have
Oreos.
Belly. Like my stomach hurts. Like I ate too many Oreos. Right? I ate a full sleeve. In a 4-minute setting, like I it's too fast. And
it's like it's okay to have like 1 or 2 cigarettes a day, but if you smoked a pack that day, you feel like shit.
Yeah. And so my kids, I'm like, okay, kids, which flavor do we want? And they never want the same flavor as me. They never want like that limited one. They just want like some basic ones. And it's like DayZ. Every now and then I want to go back and play DayZ. And I think I'm the only person I know that ever liked this game. I have tried to get people to play it with me again so many times.
You were weird about that game. You were really weird about that game.
No, it has like that intense feel of like, oh no, there's another person. Like this is gonna be, I don't want to die and like kill or be killed situation.
Yeah, you played a game where you would just like lay in a room for like 30 minutes at a go.
Yeah, I was scared.
That was the game you liked.
Yeah, and it was really intense. And no one will play it with me, just like my kids don't want any of these new Oreo flavors. They just want the basic ones.
Do they have a preference on chocolate versus golden? Because I've recently converted to golden, and
they chocolate. They like, and I think I like chocolate too. I don't like the golden one. I don't hate the golden ones, but I don't like them as much.
Do you do regular or double stuff by default?
I do double stuff. I need the double stuff by default, or the thins. Something about the thins are like,
oh, I could eat. Dude, and they're
like you didn't even think it'd be so good.
They're
and you're just
diet
like
food, so you can eat a whole package of thins and not.
Oh, and I don't get Oreo belly when I eat that. Yeah,
because they slide past the belly. It's perfect.
They're so thin. They make you thin. I think
that's why they couldn't legally call it that if they didn't. My last one is, this one's kind of a stretch, but I was trying to get
it stretch. Just like my pants after a sleeve of Oreos,
but not thin. Skittles and the Skittles are Halo, because Skittles used to do a lot more funky flavors. They did.
Yeah, they did.
And now they've pulled back and they only do like one a year, if that.
Real
and
safe.
Sometimes, they're just playing it safe. I don't even think Halo's playing it safe. Halo's just like shit the bed. But it used to be like Halo was always releasing new games, and it wasn't always just Halo. It was like Halo Wars, the RTS one, or Halo ODST, which was kind of a unique, like stealth-based one. There's always like something funky coming out of the Halo world, just like there was always something coming out of the Skittle world, even if they were doing misses like chocolate Skittles. But they had so many cool ones.
I knew you were gonna say chocolate Skittles. They're so gross.
They were so gross. And then they have like the Shriekers were like the last new ones, dessert Skittles and Shriekers, and I feel like those are both like 5 years old now.
Yeah.
So I'm like, when was the last time we got new Skittles? And Skittles are like probably one of my all-time favorite candies.
Same.
But at this point where I'm at with my teeth, and I assume my pancreas, is that like I can't really waste my time on candies I've had before. Like my candy consumption is it's like 50% new candies.
Got to be new stuff.
It's got to be new stuff because like I don't have a lot of like if I see a normal pack of Skittles, it's very easy for me to say no to that. And it's not because I don't want to just house a pack of Skittles. It's because I'm like, that's pretty basic. I already know what that's like.
The body's not ready for this.
I'll save for a new Skittles. So that's all I got. Do you have any more?
Yep, that's it. I still have the one I can't read, but it's fine.
We'll post on Discord. You guys can try to decipher it for us.
Sometimes my kids have me just write stuff down, and they're like, "That is not a word," and I'm like, "You're right. That actually."
Peterson always wanted to be a doctor.
Yeah.
Dice of Destiny.
All right, our Dice of Destiny is this game we play at the end of every episode. We roll a 20-sided dice for genre, we roll a 6-sided dice for price, and we roll a 6-sided dice to see who's the picker, who will be picking a game in that price genre and play it. Peterson a couple weeks ago picked a sex game for $30. He picked a game called No Can's Quest, Sex Gold Glory. Pretty awesome, actually.
Yeah. And if I played it, guys. I know I've been putting it off and I've been busy. I did it. And I played all of it. I played the whole game. It's not very long, but I played the whole game. Okay, No Can. You play as the character named No Can, and you're just a barbarian. One thing these games try to do a lot is put a lot of story in there, and you're like, that's not why anybody's here. And of course, the story was not that interesting, but you're this young barbarian named No Can. And you are very open about that. All you want to do is go and make some money, kill some beasts, and have some sex.
Sounds like just my regular format.
You're just like, yeah, that's what I'm here for today. And so you're just going through, and I chose this game because it actually had a game in there. It is a turn-based strategy, like a JRPG type of gameplay, where you are No Can on one side. You don't have a party, but it's just you, and then you've got your enemies on the right side, and you pick who you want to attack, and then you've got like stamina. Each move costs stamina, and then you've got a stamina regen ability. And you do an ability, you do an attack, and they do all their turns. You do your turn, all the enemies do their turn. And it's the most simplistic version of that. At first I was like, oh, this might be like a little difficult, a little deep. No, it wasn't. It was very simple and easy. There was 4 abilities. Pretty much only use 2 of them, just like you have an ability, and you can upgrade them. There's I don't even want to call it a skill tree, like a skill progression. Each of them has like 3 upgrades. And it's like your basic attack. You've got an attack that does damage to everyone, which is pretty much what you just use every time.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a stamina regen, and you're just like, and a heal. And so you're just kind of like managing that. I'm almost out of stamina, but I'll do some stamina so I can heal on the next turn. Then I do my, it's just like, got very easy. There was a decent amount of types of enemies, probably like 12 different types of enemies that end up showing up because it is a short game.
Do you have sex with any of these?
Yes, periodically.
All
Not
of them?
really the enemies. You go mostly. You're having sex with like characters that you meet. You go to a tavern. That's where you like upgrade, and that's where like all the people you meet are going to be, and that's going to continue the story. But there's like this little guy there, and he's he manages the brothel side of it essentially. And there's like, I don't know, 10 different female characters that you can have sex with, and they're all there's like some kind of type. It's like a demon one and an elf one, and
they're monster girls,
a cow one,
a
cow, and a duck, and an alien, and a genie, and like there's just like all of the different types. It actually the sex was written kind of hilariously. It's not good at using dirty words at all.
Do you think it's translations?
Maybe I couldn't tell, but it was pretty funny because it was like, it would say like vagina a lot, but like in a way that you were like, ooh, I don't know.
Yeah, I hear that in porn all the time. The girl's
Yeah.
like, yeah, hit my vagina.
Yeah. So
I
it was,
love that.
it was
That
actually
feels so
kind
good
of,
on my vagina.
it was kind of funny, like pretty comical. You read it, and then the actual like, it wasn't even like a motion clip. Really, it was just like an image, and then like whatever. Not very interesting at all. If I'm being 100% honest,
Yeah.
it wasn't even really hot. It was just like, whatever. Like it's just this is a thing you do, and then you'll meet some like demon chick, and you got to fight her, and then you got to meet like an elf chick, and you fight her, and she's like, wait, you defeated me. I was under some spell, and now my kind. After you do this, there's only one way we can thank you. You just like have sex with all of them, and
this works for me.
The same type of image for each of them too, for every single time. So it was just like, whatever. The game got really boring and monotonous really quickly, and it was so short. But it like didn't. It knew what it was trying to do. Like, you'd have to pay gold to like sleep with the girls in the brothel, and you had no shortage of gold. It was just like you had so much. It like didn't matter. They just like wanted you to play and unlock.
So you're supposed to play this game one-handed, is what you're telling me.
I don't even know if you.
You don't even
honestly.
It's not like that sexy either.
No, you're just like whatever. So it's fine. Honestly, as far as the sex game is not as bad as it could have been for sure. Like we've played some pretty horrible ones. This one was like, at least I played it for a couple hours and wasn't like dying until like the last little bit. I was like, this is stupid. So I didn't love it. Obviously, it's like a don't buy, no can buy. Yeah. Is it the worst sex game I've ever played? No, but it was. Oh, and like there is like a quick time event that you unlock where like with the guys attack you, if you hit W at the right time, you block their attack.
Okay.
You're like staying active while you're doing it, but then you're just like, I don't want to do this anymore. And so
you're kind of glad when it did end.
Yeah, I was like, oh, good. And you could tell, you knew it was ending. You're like, oh yeah, this game's like over. Like, that's fine. It's over. So anyway,
how much was
it wasn't very much. Let's see, what was it? It was right now it is $10. So $10. You can play No Can if you're really into it. It has pretty good reviews, 73% positive reviews.
For a sex game.
Yeah, it's only not a lot of them though. Only 123 reviews. So it was fine, good, not great. I wouldn't play it again. I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't recommend people play it. So that's No Can. So I did it.
You did it. All right.
It was funny. There were some points when I laughed when they would just be like,
good.
Oh yeah, baby, do my vagina, and you're like, what?
Do my vagina.
You like, you seriously, it was that like bad. You just laughed.
And
it was pretty funny.
Okay, all right. So we got to re-roll.
Let's do this.
Do you want me? I'll just do a 20. Let's see.
Or
do you want to roll because it was you?
Well, don't wait. Do we do the genre first? Yeah, we do genre.
Yeah, that's why I said 20.
Bone die. 9.
9 is a survival.
Okay, this is
our survival is off and simulation is on deck.
Survival.
Okay, and so I'll roll for price. $50 for a survival game.
There you go. Okay, who's playing it? Who's playing the $50 survival game?
Roll.
Okay. I'll be odds. I'll be odds. Okay. It's a 2. So you're up.
Damn it.
You got to play a survival game.
I think I might have something on my wish list.
It is Steam Horse Fest right now. So is there a horse-based survival game?
I did see that it was Horse Fest. I think that's very funny.
Pretty funny. My Little Pony, a bunch of those. So yeah. Survival.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check out my wish list and see if there's any survival games. Ooh, let's see. Survival. Not that are out. None that are out. Okay, well, I'll pick one. I'll pick one for next week and then I'll play it.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Well, thanks for hanging out with us tonight, Patrick. He's our only buddy.
Patrick was here. Yeah.
The rest, where are the rest of you shitheads?
Nice.
All right, to play us out, we've got the Nogans
Oh yeah.
original soundtrack.
I was looking for No Can, and it was like, we don't have that, but we have got this. And it was some video game I haven't played. People said it was popular. No Guns. And the U is an
no
umlau.
relation.
It's got an umlau over it.
Umlau.
So yeah, so here we go.
The hell is this?
I don't know.
Well, I'm glad you did it. I'm
You did
JD, logging off.
And this is Peterson going AFK.